You cool, I'm cool. You cool, I'm cool. You cool, I'm cool. We coolin' out. You cool, I'm cool. You cool, I'm cool. You cool, I'm cool. We coolin' out.
Yo, what's up, everybody? This is Coolin' Out. We are back.
It's Kev.
And it is Rel. We got a good friend of the pod, returning guest, filmmaker, actor, poet, all the above. Anything superlative you could think about creative. That's our boy Ketayma. What's up, man?
Our nigga Ketayma.
Thank y'all again for having me on. It's always a pleasure.
Of course, man. We on our virtual shit now.
Yeah,
Everyone's
man.
stuck in the house.
Everyone is coronavirus.
Yeah, man.
Shit is getting real.
So you're in LA. So tell us how's like in LA? How's it affecting life in LA?
It's not as intense as I would think it is in New York, because I always say that like New York would be more intense because everyone interacts with each other at a higher frequency. Mm-hmm. So like everyone's already in their own little bubble. I feel like people out here are way more worried. They're just as worried as if they're in New York, but they're not. So like I guess we've had like a lot of like, we had blackouts, we've had snow days, we've had September 11th, we've had like a whole bunch of shit. So like there's a certain level of like numbness that I have. But, you know, they're worried, but people are still going to the park. People are still going hiking. People are still like, you know, going out to the beach from time to time.
Yeah.
So it's a little bit more lax, but people are more worried than like they should be.
Yeah.
How are you navigating through this?
Mentally or
Yeah, in all
However,
aspects.
mentally, emotionally, physically.
Spiritually.
This shit has been a roller coaster. Like, it really has been. So, like, y'all know me. I'm a very conspiracy type of person. Like, very pro-black, this and that. So, I'm like, what's this coronavirus shit they talking about? Nigga, it's the flu. Like, it's just like that. And then, like,
Flu
I'm
plus.
like, oh, wait, they shutting down schools? Oh, shit, they shutting down jobs? They shutting down what? Quarantine. And then I had 3 jobs lined up. Mm-hmm. And all 3 of them jobs was like, nah, bro. We can't do it, because 2 of the jobs was in production. So like once production stopped, it's over. And then the part-time gig I had was like, nah, we're not doing that. So that really fucked me up for a while, for a couple of weeks. And then I saw how hard New York is getting hit. So it's like, yo, I got my boy Dre, he lost his brother. I got I got second cousins, and his brother is 29.
Oh.
You know, they saying that like it's older people. My best friend, his cousin got it. Like, just a whole bunch of shit is happening. And it's like, there's a part of me that feels like a little weird and a little guilty, but it's also like, I shouldn't be in New York. Like, there's nothing I could do anyway. I'm not Batman. I can't come up with a fucking thing. So,
although you wish you were.
I
said, although you wish you were Batman.
On a daily basis. On a daily basis.
Just wanted to drop that in there.
Every time I wake up and it's not there, I'm like, shit. Okay.
Shit.
Oh, that's back to being Ketayma. And, but yeah, I've been in like a depressive state for like a couple of weeks, to be honest. And then I found a writer's room. And I will say that, shout out to the Pinheads. It's a group of writers. I'm the only guy there, so there's a group of Black women, and we get together every week, virtually, and we send each other the scripts and we give each other notes, and it's something to work on and stay consistent on. And then I just started getting back into the groove of like working on what I need to work on. And then in regards to like financially, I said, Trump is an asshole, but that stimulus package is coming through for some people.
Yeah.
Because that check, people always focus on the check, but like, no, you're not seeing the unemployment part of it too. Mm-hmm. So like, if you're on unemployment, no matter, because you know all 3 of my jobs is gone, I can't do shit.
Yeah.
Whatever you're getting on unemployment, they added $600 every week.
Yeah.
So like, why? So I'm like,
yeah.
Good, man.
Let me go get my hat real quick. But yeah, I've been navigating by just staying focused, doing what I got to do. I'm doing my little push-ups because the level of fineness I'm trying to be when I get out of here. So you niggas, y'all, you know, y'all all.
This is public document.
Let me stop you right there. That's all.
Well, let me just speak for me.
I'm happy to continue. I'm happy to continue.
When I get out of here, so I'm focused on that. What about y'all? How y'all navigating?
You want to go, Kev?
No, you lead the way.
I mean, today's a good day. I mean, honestly, like it varies. Like there's days like last week where I was like really going through it, like really just down. Like I think we recorded an episode. Our last episode I dropped on Thursday. We recorded it Tuesday, and like right before we recorded, I was like, "Yo, Kev, can we do this Wednesday?" And like the schedules didn't work because like I just was feeling so down. And I did not have the energy to like want to do an episode. It's just like some days like I feel phenomenal, and I'm like, yeah, I can get through this. Like because I still have work, so like at least like Monday through Friday, like that occupies at least like from 8 to 6:30, 8 to 7, 8 to 8 if I like really am busy. But then once that's done, it's like, all right, there's only so many push-ups I can do. I go out and I go out. No, it's like there's only so many push-ups I can do. I go out and I jog, and then once that's done, it's like, all right, like I have nothing else to do. And then especially on the weekend where I have the whole day to myself, and I'm just like, God damn, like yesterday, went for a run. We did a bonus app, whatever. And then once that was done, like literally as soon as we finished recording, I was like, damn, I have nothing else to do. Like I have nothing else to do. And I was like, all right, well, this is interesting. But I mean, I think just taking like the positives with the negatives, like I have good days, I have bad days, but just trying to like stick to some kind of like structured schedule so that just every day just goes by. Like I'm not gonna lie, I feel like these days are kind of flying by though. Cause I looked up and like really next week and next week on this upcoming week, on Wednesday, this upcoming week's gonna be the middle of April.
Yeah.
So like it seems like things are flying by. It's just like more so just taking it a day at a time, a week at a time, and then once you look up, hopefully things start clearing up. But I mean, overall, I mean, obviously blessed to be healthy, you know, blessed to still have my job, really. So I can't really complain too much. Besides the fact that you know me, so I like being outside. Like
that's what I like.
I love.
Exactly? Like, just not being outside
it's just not being active and not like being able to. I like being around people. Like I just like being outside, like running. For lack of better words, I like running the streets. Like I just like being outside. So
this ain't an act, people.
Yeah, nah. This is my life. Yeah, like if I could scratch my neck and do the Tyrone Biggums, I would right now. Like I like to be out. I just like to be outside. I like to be around people. I like being at bars. Just like being on the scene essentially. So not having that, essentially going from like 100 to 0 completely, and like my life already like kind of wound down a little. Like when I moved to North Carolina, like it went from like 100 to 50, right? Yeah. And I was already adjusting to that. Like, all right, this is still an adjustment. But then I kind of got like acclimated to it. Like, all right, cool, whatever. But 0, like nothing. Like that's a complete like somebody trying to take me out. Like.
Them niggas took basketball from you too?
No, that's the sports. Like, all right, cool. But I've been watching like this is a game from March of this year when the Clippers and Lakers play. I'm just like going back through everything. Yeah. I was telling Kev, we'll talk about this. We'll get into it. I'll let Kev go, but I've been like watching. I got Kev's WWE Network subscription. Been going ham, all attitude. Kev's like, yo, you just like all on his shit. Just continue.
All in the 99 and 2000s.
That's how I give it up. But,
there's no other era you should be in. None.
Bro, thank you. Talk to your boy Kev about this.
I'm just telling them.
Now we'll get into it.
They made classic matches post 2000.
Oh man. You go ahead.
To answer your question, I share like a lot of Jarrell sentiments. Like you know me, you know Jarrell. Jarrell and I have a lot in common, so I share like a lot of his sentiments in terms of interests. I like to be out, stuff of that nature. It's been a range of emotions, to be honest. At first, at least on the pod, it's been mostly pessimistic. So I'm trying my best to just, to your point, count my blessings. Still have my job, have my health, people around me are good. So I try to do that, but it's tough. I have a range of emotions. It's like I just like to go out, and not even just bars and restaurants. Like I'll walk for miles. Like I like to just walk in the city, gather my like that. I can't do. Like I have to really limit my jogging. It's just really impacted my life, and it's been just an adjustment, a continuous adjustment. But for the most, I think mentally, I have more days where it's just like, all right, this is what it is, and it's becoming like the new norm mentally than me really fighting against it. Like, this is just what it is. I'm kind of resigned until, I guess, like June, if this is still like, it'll really start getting to me, but just trying my best. It's a range though. Some days I'm cool, this is what it is. Other days I'm moody, like, just leave me alone. I'm angry. I need a Snickers. Like, so.
Yeah. No, it's definitely because like I'm very much, I like to be around people, but I like to be by myself. I think the main thing is like, it's just forcing me to do nothing. Cause like I can't, I'm always trying to do something and it's forcing me to just be alone with your thoughts and stuff like that and blah, blah, blah. And that's the hard thing. But I think for me, it's like, I'm looking at it as an opportunity to come out of this shit. Like do a lot of the things I'm supposed to be doing, period.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, I hear you.
I need a reset.
So what's something that both of you, each of you, would say is the biggest thing you'll take away from this experience?
Financial independency is key.
Oh yeah.
Financial independency is key.
Yeah.
And the person that you are talking to, you know, see how strong that phone conversation is. I can't see each other. Those are the two things.
Damn. Oof. The biggest thing I'll take from this. I really I have to take full control of self. Like I really, in all aspects, I make and I control how I react to just everything around me, like good or bad. And I really have to not let outside influences, like, as bad as this is, like, you got to look at the best and just try to make the best of stuff. So I have to take more agency of self. I can't be letting my thoughts and emotions be on a whim or being easily swayed in the wind, I think.
Yeah. That's a good point. What about you?
I think what I would take away from take the most out of this is just the importance of time.
Oh yeah.
And how really can't get that shit back, because like not even in the sense of time, like, and like I honestly, like, I somewhat appreciate this because I was living a little too fast, period. So like, I needed a slow down, not a forced 100% slow down like this, but something to like reevaluate life and time, you know? And essentially you can't get that shit back because like, you think about it, we graduated from high school 10 years ago. Like that shit's gone, right? And I'm thinking about some of my experiences in those 10 years and things that I took away from it. And like, I remember some of them, but I don't really have like true, actual, I guess, emotional attachments to any time frame in the past 10 years, which is scary to me, which means that I've just been like coasting through life essentially, like still accomplishing things and doing what I want to do, but just like, what's the next thing to do? And then doing it and then constantly like not really focusing and being present and in the current moment. And I think that that's something I'm going to focus on for sure when this is over. Just like, you know, friendships, families, relationships, all those things, and just like being really present in that moment, in those times, that experiences that are occurring, and also just being more conscious of how I'm spending my time and who I'm giving my time to.
Oh, that's.
Can I ask a question? I don't want to go too much. I'm sorry, Kevin. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No.
No, I had a question. Because you said we graduated 10 years ago. I think it's like about 10 years. Okay, do you think that is also related to the idea that this is the last year of your 20s? Like next year is 30. Like next year's 30, like a new phase of your life.
So not for me personally, honestly. I try to never like focus, like hone on age and like, oh, I'm about to be 30, so this is what someone should be doing, or this is what I should be doing, et cetera, et cetera. It's more so just the fact that, like, damn, like 10 years has passed. And I'm like, damn, I remember, you know, in 2009, in 2010 when I met Kevin and I met you, like, I remember this shit. It's just I'm like, boom, like, all right, it's 2020 now. And it's like, all right, I can look up and be 40, and and like just like that, and blip. So it's not even necessarily that I'm turning 30. It's just more so that age is just a reflection of time that's passed already, and just trying to be more meaningful and conscious of what I'm doing and with my time going forward.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I agree with that. Like I never let like societal norms really dictate. Like, yeah, I don't really care turning 30. Like we'll joke about it, but it's not a panic to me. It's more like I keep putting off stuff. Like, yeah, we'll go travel. So we'll go travel eventually. We'll go do this. We'll go do that. We make plans with friends. Yeah, we'll do that. And then it's really making me, when I come out of this, like, stick to your word. Like, if we make plans, let's really do. Because right now, this is just a time in life that we'll never get back. And like, we're just forced to, as much as you can do, you're still forced to stay inside. So, as make the best of the time. But when I come out of this, like, I'm going to travel those places I keep mentioning and putting off because such and such, or this doesn't work for some people. Like, none of that. Like, time is just going. Time is just going. So,
yeah, because I only asked that because like I was thinking about that stuff like my 20s. So like it wasn't particularly a societal thing that was being forced on me, but I'm very much a deadline type of person.
yeah.
So I'm like, I'm 29, I'm finna be 30. So like there's certain things in 30s that I don't want to deal with that I was dealing with in my 20s.
That I will agree. Yeah.
And then like
definitely.
The whole Corona thing hit recently. My birthday's March 8th. So it was just like, oh, I didn't do shit for my birthday because I was like, oh, whatever. I'm not really stressing it. Oh, we could do it another year, blah, blah, blah. And then boom.
Yeah.
You can't go anywhere, bro.
Yeah. Damn.
Yeah.
So I should have been out there doing so. Like it definitely was like the concept of time was like, because now before you didn't have time, now you got all the time.
Yeah.
Now what do you do with this time? But then also I'm gonna be 30. I've been coasting through life. I can't think of memorable stuff. The only time I can think of memorable stuff is like Skylar when I was in junior high school. But past that, it's like I don't really been coasting.
Yeah.
So I definitely want to live after that.
Yeah, you nailed it. You nailed it. Yeah.
Yeah. I think like my outlook on age is like, it's just gonna be like a weird comparison, but like I have like my view on age is like some fucking, like in Brooklyn, them hipsters that be like 40 and 50 years old and like still just be out. Like, yeah, that's how I view, like, not necessarily like I want to be like them, but like I see that and I like, I respect that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not letting society in a sense tell you where you should be at a certain age. I mean, ideally I won't be 40 and 50 with no damn roommates, but you know what I'm saying? that ain't the goal. But just, just that freedom in the sense that like, that freedom that they kind of have, like, I'm like, I like that, so just taking little pieces of everyone's life that I see. And that's why I love it. That's why, like, no matter where I live, like, that's what I love about New York, just that overall, like, sense of freedom that people just have. And it's a beautiful city.
Mm-hmm.
I think a lot of us has that freedom because when you grow up in New York your entire life and then move out to a world that's completely different, just completely different vibe and everything like that, you're very, you think a lot about the past and stuff like that. And there's a lot of unlearning and there's a lot of learning. And I think one of the things about New Yorkers, we're free to be ourselves because ourselves are constantly tested. Like your character's tested on a daily fucking basis. When you're when you're taking the train, when you're on the bus, blah, blah. Like I remember I saw you on the train station.
Yeah.
And you said that scared the hell out of you. That's a thing. Like at any point in time, somebody could press you and stuff like that. Your character's constantly being tested, so that there's a level of arrogance that we often told that we have, but like you don't get tested as much as we do.
Yeah.
So
it's like I guess my character foretold that I'm pussy.
Yo, people
scared the shit out of me.
Understand how frequent that goes through a New Yorker's brain. I don't care what type of New Yorker you are. That question, I'm pussy, on a daily basis. And sometimes it's louder than the other.
Yeah.
I'm pussy.
Depending on what day where you catch me at. 8 o'clock on the subway in the middle of where the fuck were we living in? What area of Brooklyn was that?
That was Bushwick.
Nah, that wasn't Bushwick. That
wasn't Bushwick. I was on the J train.
Nah, yeah, but that was deep on the J. What was the neighborhood I used to live in? Way.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Was that like East New York?
He pressed me up 8 o'clock in the morning scared the shit out of me.
Yeah. Ooh.
was like, oh man.
What are some key differences between New York and LA?
Ooh,
Because I think the misconception is because they're just two major cities. You'll always almost like refer to it like the New York of the West, but I don't think that's accurate now.
I think that's one of the good points is like LA's not really a city. Like
Yeah.
people like there's downtown LA.
Mhm.
And then everything else is very much like Arizona or something like that. Like it's very spaced out and stuff like that. It doesn't have the same city vibe as New York. But the key differences, I think, is New York is more, you hear it all the time. It's more in your face, authentic, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
But I think it's the unapologeticness of New York, which, there's geographical differences and then there's cultural differences. So like within a 10-block radius, when I went back home in February, we went straight up Nostrand.
Mm-hmm.
We went up Nostrand for like 15 minutes. And within those 15 minutes, you went through 5 different worlds.
Yeah.
Like just completely different worlds. And being that we're so close to each other, you have to
Mhm.
establish, no, nigga, within these 5 blocks, this is what we do, and we don't do that here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like, oh, I'm in Canarsie because you smell the jerk chicken and you see that and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Like when you go to like Koreatown out here, you have to guess. You have to be like, oh, okay, I get it. And out here is I say California is a melting pot. Where everything kind of melts together and becomes one cohesive culture, whatever. New York is not a melting pot. New York is a salad. New York is literally a bunch of things thrown into a bowl, and we coexist, but we don't mix. We don't really anything like that. It's just like, this is where everyone lives. This is what the culture is.
Mhm.
We're on the train. We only got to talk to each other. But
God bless.
you know what I'm saying? And the people out here, especially in the entertainment industry, people are looking for like a rocket. That's the best way I could describe it.
Mhm.
It's like they're all looking to see which rocket is going to take off so they can jump on
Yeah.
it. Whereas in New York, it's like, I'll do your podcast because I fuck with you. Like, oh, that's my guy. Of course I'll do it. I don't care if it's big. I don't care if it's small. I don't care if it's anything. That's my guy. I fuck with you. You'll meet more people like that in New York. It's like, oh, they genuinely, it's hard to get through that first shell, but once you get through that shell, we're homies.
Yeah.
We don't got to talk all the time. We don't see anything. But I've known y'all since 2009.
Yeah.
And Rel, you went to Skyler.
I
Did you
did.
go to Philip Skyler?
Oh yeah, I did.
So like I've known of y'all for a minute.
Like IS 383.
Yeah, you went to 383.
Yeah.
So like I've known of y'all for a while. There's love there. There's always gonna be love there. We don't gotta talk every day and stuff, but you ask me to do something, hell yeah, I'm gonna do it. Out here it's like, well, what am I gonna get out of it?
Yeah.
Always like that. And it's not as upfront. It's like they'll say it, but they won't really do it.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the major thing. It's like it's just the straightforwardness, the unapologetic culture between the two. And like niggas out here are delusional. Like they like they say there is a lot of black people out here. I'm like, my nigga, Google it. It's not. So yeah, and then there's different types of black people too. So like I didn't know how Caribbean I was until I moved out here. So like I've been called a Yankee my whole life. For those who don't know, it's like a very Americanized Caribbean person. Yeah. So I'm a Yankee in New York, but out here I might as well be fucking Vibes Cartel. Because like their idea of Caribbean people are people from Belize. I'm like, that's not. Does that count? Does that really? That? So like there's differences between like American blacks and Caribbean blacks, which nothing's better or worse. They're just differences. Like just and I didn't realize that until I moved out here. Those are big differences.
Gotcha. So what have you been doing to like occupy your time? Like I saw you talked about the script writing group that you joined. Is that like just people in LA specific, or is that just where people all over the place?
So they're based in New York and they're based out here. So it's like it's 6 of us, and out of the 6, I'd say 4 is in LA, including me, and 2 is back home in New York. So then that to me has been really. That has been the foundation of like a lot of the changes I've been making, because like there's a bunch of women in that group who are really good writers that I respect, that I take serious. So like being that I take serious, it's like they hold me accountable. Like I have a deadline that I'm focused on. I'm doing research. I'm learning about scripts and stuff like that. And I'm learning about scripts that I already, because I'm not a writer. I write out of necessity. I write because if I want to be a director in film and a filmmaker, I need to create my own content instead of waiting for people to give me a job. So learning the craft of it, the structure of it, stuff like that has definitely been holding me accountable. And being that I've been working on that part, I was like, okay, now let me just go back to getting my podcast back together, and then working on this like, I don't want to say talk show, but like this show that I've been filming these past couple of weeks before the pandemic, where I just get a group of Black men together and we talk about things that we normally just don't talk about. So like, it's just a group of Black men. We talk about being vulnerable. We talk about being a provider. How do we mourn? Stuff like that. Because I feel like we often don't have a safe place to talk about shit. And like, we're not allowed to be vulnerable with each other. So working on that is something I've been working on. I don't have a job right now, but I run my life like a job. So like, I literally have a 10 to 6 or a 9 to 5. And Mondays and Wednesdays is when I work on the talk show. Tuesdays and Wednesdays is when I work on the script. So it's like, that's what I've been doing to occupy my time if I'm not. And then a lot of FaceTime. I'm on FaceTime a lot. Like hours. People I didn't talk to pre-corona. I'm like talking to them forever. Like, yo, you actually are kind of cool. And then people I was talking to every day, I don't really talk to you like that.
I got you.
I've been revving up my activity too.
Yeah.
I'm running down people's screens now.
Lot of house party.
It didn't come naturally. That's not, I send a text, but now. Yeah, I'm hitting
good.
you.
What y'all doing?
Yeah, I'm hitting your lines.
up in the camera, just like this.
What's up?
Miss y'all.
Yeah, I'm running down on people's lines now.
Did y'all get a house party?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You got a house? Yeah. I did it once. I was like, oh, I'm not doing this again. But it was like this girl I know in London, and I was talking to her and all her London friends. I was like,
humble. Yeah, this is a girl I know in London. Cool.
House party, FaceTime, Zoom.
Yeah,
I'm all
I've been
in.
I've been on like 6 house parties already.
Yeah. Since the turn of April.
Yeah.
I've been a new man.
Yeah. I've been going ham.
I'm going versatile
yesterday
now.
I jumped in my first house party like uninvited. That's where I'm at with it now. I'm like, oh shit. Y'all ain't invited. Just jump in.
Word.
What y'all doing? What the hell y'all doing?
What up? Yup.
Yeah, such and such is on the block now. Yep. Let me get
y'all not gonna get TikTok?
Nah.
Look,
that ain't my thing.
Send the authorities. You see a TikTok, something's gone terribly wrong. 2021 must be near.
Not trying to do a savage challenge or don't.
Nah, bro. Every time somebody sends me a challenge, I just look at it so that they know I seen it. And then I just turn my phone over. Like.
Oh yeah, Will. If you listening, I'm never doing that shot. I'm never. Let me just.
How do you feel about the rise and grind people on Twitter that's been telling people you need to come out of Corona with a new thing, and if you're not better than what you was before, then you're being lazy and blah 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 blah.
The better part, as a whole, not because you should come out of this, reflect and improve on things. I don't know everybody's situations though. I ain't gonna tell you need to become an entrepreneur when you your 2 kids are now home and you just lost your job. But I'm gonna criticize you because you're not I don't know people's stories to be telling them that.
Yeah, that's like. Go ahead, sorry.
No, I just say if you have a creative passion, you have the time now to just do more of it or really hone in on it. So that's what I was saying. The chips fall where they may, but I ain't gonna tell somebody.
Yeah, I seen the people on Twitter like, essentially bashing people for not having side hustles. Like, I told y'all years ago you should have had a side hustle. Now look at you, you lost your job. Bam! If you had a side hustle, you could have had 7 different streams of income because the average millionaire has 7 streams of income. I'm like, yo, shut the fuck up. Like,
true.
Like the thing is, like, honestly, like, I'm all for people preaching and all that shit when it's like in a sense inspirational. Yeah. But after that, I'm just like, yo, shut the fuck up. Like,
you ain't getting up at 4:30, but
I'm not. Like, I'm not.
You don't want it bad enough.
He's at 4:30. No, get up like the Undertaker. No. No, I'm not.
We got 4:30. You don't want it.
You don't want it.
Exactly. Like this. Remember when Diddy was like on that "I'll sleep when I'm dead" shit, and everyone was running with that for years.
Yeah.
And I'm like, nah, beloved, I'm gonna sleep right now.
Yeah, the excerpts told me.
Now.
You'll be dead soon if you keep doing that. The experts told me so.
Like I'm more for like sharing of information, sharing advice, because like even like now I've like gotten a little bit more involved and focused on like investments and stuff like that. Cause some people have like advised me, oh, you should invest now because the markets are down and eventually they go back up. So I'm like, all right, cool.
Yeah.
People give me advice like that. I'm like, all right, I'm open to it. I'll listen to it. But if someone's just like, oh, you stupid, you should have invested, and this in 2009, this was 10, look at it now, and if you don't do this, then you're gonna be. I'm like, I don't want to hear that nonsense. So all those preachers that are just essentially bashing people and trying to make people feel bad about themselves, fuck you. That's what I got for it.
Because I get it's a battle I've been seeing. It's between the rise and grinds and the people who are like, no, you should take this time to take care of your mental health and blah blah blah. And I really think it's just it's all situational. Like Kevin was saying, like it's like you don't know everyone's situation, and honestly, you should be honest with yourself. Like just be real with you. Like you should know, like, no, I'm lacking off, I'm bullshitting right now. Versus, I need to take a mental break. Like I need to relax and blah blah. Like there's a lot of creatives. I know a lot of creatives out here who just can't focus on creating because the world seems to be dying. So like that's fair. And then there's other people who like, I'm gonna use this time to focus on this to take my mind off of the world that's going on around. You just let people do their thing. Like this is it. Tell them that they're dumb and all this other shit.
Yeah.
Definitely, like I said before, financial independency is like like that's the big thing I've learned is like because you could lose your job like that. And you need multiple sources of income.
Yeah. Like you also like you have to, as you say, you have to know who you are because like me, like money is like very important to me. So like if I was in like the mind frame where I potentially don't know where my next dollar is coming from at all, it'd be hard as fuck for me to focus on anything else, to my mental health and like all. You know what I'm saying? Like I just wouldn't be able to focus on nothing else because the only thing I'll be focused on is where's my next check coming from. And for other people that importance level varies. So like whatever's important, you make sure that's in check first, and then start branching out and focusing on the other metrics of life. Like but you can't just know who you are.
Focus on nothing else.
Hell no.
Yeah, these thoughts got to go somewhere. I'm with I just focus like it's a good if you can sort yourself out financially. If you still have a job and there's some things to gain in this situation depending on where you are in the situation and your current circumstances. So I try, to Jarrell's point, I just try to hone in on what I can, learning more, investing more. Like I know for me personally, like a lot of stuff is being waived, monthly payments. It's a really good time to really save money and like there's just, depending on your situation, things you can really hack right now. So I don't really, and you can come out of this better. I might not come out with $1 million company, but I might be coming out better in the long run. So,
bro, that unemployment is helping out, bro.
I was just about to say that. You touched on that. Like I know some folks, I know some people. I don't say no names, obviously, that making more money now, with the unemployment than they were when they were actually working. Yeah, and they're like, yo, I can keep this shit running for a bit. Like. This dude's literally making more now than what they were when they actually were working 40 hours a week.
And they're gonna get a second tax return soon.
if you're making $4 a week and then you get a little extra $600 every week, that's $1,000 a week, bro.
And then you just got your tax return and then you about to get the equivalent of that soon again.
Yeah. And the stimulus? Come on.
People getting blessed. So it's like you just gotta
if you don't just blow it, on online shopping or something.
If you blow it,
you can make real difference with. Or you can definitely enhance your circumstance. Well, some will, but
some will blow it.
But others, you can enhance your circumstances if you.
You should come. Like I had my boys up in the group text. I was like, yo, you should. Who's down to put of that stimulus package? Let's put 100 up, like just $100 each. Of that stimulus, and like see if we could invest in something, like get a bond or something like that. Yeah. Because you definitely should take this opportunity to just be in a better position. than what you were before. Well,
Mhm.
if you can, if you're in
If you
that
can,
mental
yeah.
place, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, you definitely should do that.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah, I'm with you.
I want to
need
come out
that.
just better. I want to come out here shredded though. I ain't gonna lie. Cause I
Fine.
doing 100 push-ups a day.
Fine.
100 plus, bro. I've been
See,
out
I'm
here
not even
running.
listening to him.
I've been running like.
He's a lawyer. I can't listen to him.
What's that got to do with me doing push-ups?
And a lawyer. I don't want to hear nothing from him. I don't.
I'm exercising. I'm gonna come out this bitch healthy as fuck.
Nah, I stopped. I cut down the jogs, but I started. Headspace has exercise regimens.
Yeah.
So I'd stop jog. Last jog was like last week. My yoga mat came in. I got to do something, obviously, for self, physically, and mentally. I can't just sit around. So I was like, you know what? How hard could they be? Exercise level, I'll take the most intense.
Oh, yeah?
I'm still aching. Still aching.
Oh, yeah?
I've learned you can have a really true workout on a yoga mat now. I'm still hurting.
I tried to do, what do they call it? Is it HIIT? The
high intensity,
something like interval training or something like that.
Yeah.
So I watched the 30-minute YouTube video going in on it, right? Around like the 10-minute mark, I start cheating. I'm just like, all right, nah, I'm not doing that set. Nah, miss me with that set, right? Still woke up, like I did it Wednesday night, woke up Thursday, sore as fuck. And I cheated. I only did about maybe 12 minutes out of the 30 minutes. Like, I was cheating like a motherfucker. Like, nah, I'm not doing that set. All right, I'll wait for y'all to be done with that.
I was gasping for air. I did not. It's like, yo, let me replace a jog, man. I gotta replace a jog.
I mean, you gotta get the workout in. Though.
Can't be that intense. Gasping.
You know what I actually did? My roommates. So I live with my roommate and his girlfriend, and there's this app. I think it's called Steezy or something like that. It's an app called Steezy where you learn different dance routines, like different choreography. Like the people, you see the people on Instagram, and she was like, "Yo, you want to do this with me?" And I was like, "Cool." Your boy felt like Chris Brown by the end of this. Did I look like Chris Brown? I did, but did I feel like him? And it was a good workout. Like it was intense. We did a couple of dance moves actually, but it was like a whole choreographed thing. It was cool.
That sounds pretty dope.
Yeah, you can really get it in at home.
Yeah, I got a newfound respect for the yoga, man.
I do too. I'd heard the whispers, but I haven't gone through it. I'm still sore.
All the weight I lost. Oh yeah? What do you do at the park? Is it like crowded?
Nah, it's parks in California are like parks. Like they're fucking huge. Like all the parks are like Prospect Park.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So there's mad space out. And depending on where you go, it could be drenched with homeless people. But for the most part, it's cool. They just
get a hike in,
do a light little jog. That's it.
Yeah.
Do your little jailhouse workouts.
Yeah.
That's it.
Watch the diet. That's it. Just eat that leaf.
I've been losing mad weight, right? I'm gonna put by the time. Let me see. If they open this shit up, let's say they open it up in June.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have all that shit back by September. I just know myself. As the time just goes on, right now I'm just dedicated. Like I'm running all the time, doing mad push-ups. Like got some resistance bands, doing mad workouts in the crib. But I just know as time goes on, like once I'm free and I can be back outside, I just know my level of discipline will be gone.
Nah,
I'll start again.
That ass though. I was thinking because I was talking to. I told you I'm on FaceTime the whole time. I'm like, I hope you keep the same energy, post Corona.
Yeah.
Because shit is sweet now because we ain't got that many options. But
yeah, I'm gonna try to.
I was gonna ask y'all, what do y'all watch? Huh?
What are we watching on TV?
Well, yeah, what are y'all watching? To keep saying.
Oh, you can start.
This is us just for me.
Kev got 1,000 more shows.
Devs. This is on Hulu. Devs. Dave. It's the rapper Lil Dicky. He has
I know.
Yeah. Quick 30 minutes. It's actually funny. What else? Westworld, but that shit's kind of complicated. I don't know if you'll be. It's like sci-fi fiction, but
yeah, I saw the first episode.
Okay, it's in season 3 now. They're like an hour each, and they'll keep your time.
Season 3, that's light.
Yeah, Like,
That's nothing to a binger, bro. Season 3
yeah.
is
Oh, you're right. See,
a couple of days.
this didn't come naturally to me. See, we all learning new things. I was never, Insecure comes back tonight, so that'll help me on a weekly basis. And I just finished The Outsider on HBO. I would recommend that.
The Outsider? Did you see Watchmen?
Oh yeah,
I did.
I didn't finish it. I got like maybe 3 more episodes.
It's good.
Oh, yeah.
I finished
that.
it. Yeah,
Finish that.
It's really good.
I just like watching Regina King whoop ass. Like Regina.
Oh yeah.
She just was
It
like,
continues.
what's up? It was really good.
All season. She beating ass all season.
Okay. I just been rewatching stuff since I'm studying, like just trying to learn the craft of it and stuff.
Yeah.
So I've just been rewatching shows that like I haven't rewatched Breaking Bad yet, but I'm
trending. Yep.
7 Seconds I've watched a lot. I don't know why. It's a limited series on Netflix with Regina King. That's what she got her last Emmy from.
Yes, I did watch that. Yep.
Yeah, it was just so well put together. So like and like when you're studying writing and stuff like that, then you just see like the little things like, oh, like now when I watch stuff, I'm hearing the script in my head as I'm watching it. I was like, okay, pan left, this, that, blah, blah, blah. Or like I'm just learning stuff on YouTube. There's another thing that I think y'all would like is lessons from the screenplay on YouTube, where they literally just take a movie. Like the last one they did is like how to build the perfect enemy or a perfect villain, or why Killmonger was the perfect villain. And they broke down step by step what made Killmonger such a great villain. Or the Joker, something like that. That one's just, if you want to just learn something or just understand something on a deeper level, those shits is really good to watch.
Okay. Yeah, I'll check that out. That sounds interesting.
Yeah. As far as TV, man, I really haven't. I don't think I have like a consistent show I've been watching. I've just been like running through old sports, some old wrestling. I've been reading a lot, exercising a lot. And then I just discovered like Dark Side of the Ring on Vice. So I just ran through all of those. Like I just ran through all of those.
You're a wrestling fan again. He back in the fold.
I'm back on it. No, what happened was, so I started watching, the WWE Network, and I like went back through the Attitude Era, and I'm just like randomly googling all these dudes, and I'm like, yo, everyone's dead. Like I didn't realize how many people died. Yeah. So then randomly, I was looking at Chris Benoit, and I was like on Wikipedia, and I Googled him, and I saw Dark Side of the Ring popped up. And I'm texting Kev I'm like, yo, Kev, did you see this shit? Like, Chris Benoit, I'm like, yo, they're like spazzing, whatever. So now I just ended up watching the rest of them. I just got finished watching the one about the Fabulous Moolah right before we started recording. But I've seen all of them now. So I've been watching that, really.
Did they talk about the real Fabulous Moolah? Like, she was a piece of shit.
Yes, yeah. Watch that. Watch it.
Yeah?
Okay, yeah.
Watch it, yeah.
That Chris Benoit
they gave both sides of the story for her, but that Chris Benoit one was fabulous, though.
Great.
Yeah.
Great. Like, it was just really good. They didn't glorify him or nothing like that. They just gave an honest story.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the people they got, yeah. It was really well done.
What are you watching, though? Because now I'm curious. Like, did you watch WrestleMania 17?
I don't think he touched that. 99 and 2000.
I'm not in 2001 yet. I'm going in
How
order.
is he?
Ketayma, I'm offended. Time out. He got the login info. Not one request for a rec. I'm offended. Not one recommendation text.
That's why they got Reddit. All I needed from Reddit was, what was the pay-per-views in 1999, right? And then I was like, all right, cool. I'm gonna start a Royal Rumble. And I
How the pod collapsed.
99, straight to 2000. Craziness. I think I'm at I'm somewhere at the end of 2000. I think I'm at Unforgiven 2000 right now.
Did you see? I'm trying to remember what's Unforgiven 2000. It would be crazy if I remember what exactly. Did you see Backlash?
Like December. Yeah, I seen Backlash. Just watch that.
Oh, that shit was fire. Yeah.
Was that when The Rock and
that's
Triple H
Rock and Triple H? Yeah, and Stone Cold
literally
came back.
My favorite moment in wrestling history. So,
yeah,
because I remember going.
Let me calm down. Nigga cheese it too much. I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, that was
when Stone Cold's music hit. And
my god.
And then he hit the spin move with the chair.
Oh yeah, they took some concussion chair shots, Vince.
Yo,
them chairs was. But that stretch, and then they had the Iron Man the next month, Judgment Day. That stretch was. Damn, I might go
Yo,
back.
but that's
You see?
that's like the crowd was so much different back then, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It was just reckless. Now watching it with no crowd is just like
Oof.
weird.
So what you think about this recent WrestleMania?
I think okay. So you have to already anticipate that there wasn't going to be a crowd, so you got to just ignore that, right?
Mm-hmm.
The wrestlers did a great job. Not all of them, but a lot of them did a great job, like talking during the match that fed into it. So like the Usos and the New Day and stuff like that, they just did a great match. Period. Like they were acting like there was a crowd full of people, but like Kevin Owens and Seth Rollins.
Oh, that was so funny.
Like at one point, Seth Rollins hit KO with a chair, and KO's on the floor like, "It's still a bitch."
That was so
Like, that
good.
was great.
I loved it.
And then the Undertaker Boneyard match, I was like, I don't know what I'm watching, but I like what I'm watching.
Yeah.
That shit was so. When AJ Styles popped up out the hearse to start it, I was crying. He popped up flagging. I was crying.
He popped up. No, when Undertaker popped up behind him when he thought he was gonna be.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
But the point where I was like, what am I watching is when Undertaker was legit fighting 20 niggas out.
Bro, shit became an action flick. Like, what are you doing? He's like, you want to go? Let's go. Everyone's coming one at one time. Like, yo, what am I watching?
He might have killed Gallows. He killed Gallows.
Yeah. Bro, but it was also... Go ahead.
Hmm? No, I was going to say the next day, I felt bad for, like, what's the guy's name? Drew McIntyre. Because I just wanted him to have that moment with the crowd.
Yeah, and like just to add in and cutting back because I watched his the Chronicle they did on him.
Yeah.
So like in hindsight, it's like I don't know if he knew the result that way back, but it's even more like disheartening,
Yeah. Because just imagine you want this memory, you want this moment forever, and like you have to celebrate by yourself.
He'll never probably get that one. Like he probably not gonna main event a Mania again. So. Edge
run was just way too long.
Yeah.
Just way too long.
It was long. I liked it, but I did find myself like this. 40 minutes is...
That's a long time.
That's a long time, yeah.
In the Performance Center.
Yeah.
These niggas gave a full tour of the entire...
Yo! And this is where I lift weights. Shit.
Yeah.
The catering.
What do I think of the Firehouse?
Yo.
Yeah, you go.
Nah, so I still haven't gone back and watched it. But when I watched it the first time, me and Kev were texting me. I'm like, what the hell am I watching? Like it was aesthetically pleasing, very creative. But I'm like, yo, what am I watching? I feel like some shit like you really had to be on acid or like on a or like some form of like hallucinogenic to like really appreciate it. I'm like, yo, this is dope. But what am I watching? Like, what the like? Yeah. And that's I need to go back and watch it though, and like actually like depict this scene by scene. But it was creative as hell. But
yeah, I
very out there.
Yeah, I had Titus O'Neil's reaction initially. When I was watching, I was like, this is really entertaining. Like I was really, because I thought they were gonna film it in the same style as the Boneyard match. So when Cena came out, I was like, huh? But then it eventually got to that. I found it very entertaining, and then I read a breakdown, like a couple Reddit breakdowns, and then I went back and watched it, and I loved it even more. Yeah, like it is super creative what they did.
It's super tailored. You got to be like a fan.
Yeah.
To like fully understand it first time you watch it. Like you got to like know like, oh, this is when he was worried about that and blah blah. And you know how I feel about my boy. I love Bray. Like I love Bray. I've always loved Bray. I'm tired of the disrespect. I'm tired of them not making him like the main villain for everyone. Mm-hmm. Like so like for him to think of that and come up, I'm like, yo, this boy is bad, bro. This boy is bad. Yeah. Shout out to John Cena because he played his role pretty well. That's the best acting I've ever seen him do. That's a lot.
Yeah, and I was reading he had input on it too, but like, it makes so much sense now that I've gone back, and then I watched it, given his character and what the whole let me in and get into your deepest fears and stuff. Like, I don't know how long. I doubt it was the original plan. So for you to come up with that on, that's very creative.
That boy's bad, man.
Yeah.
And when I met him, he's real nice. Like, he's just a really nice, humble dude.
Yeah.
I would see him all the time, and then like at my gym over here, I literally see John Morrison like on a daily basis. So like I see John, and he is massive. Like he is fucking huge, sculpted like an action figure. It's weird, but he's cool too. They're both real cool, nice dudes. They're both hella talented.
Yeah,
they just don't get the shine that they need. And then I haven't been watching Raw or SmackDown. I just watch Ups and Downs on YouTube. I told you about that.
No,
that's the gaming one.
No, Ups and Downs is just that's up, down, down. Ups and Downs. So like, there's this entire YouTube channel that is dedicated to like wrestling news and like comic book stuff. It's called What Culture, and there's this guy named Simon who pretty much just gives. He goes through each segment of wrestling, and if it's good, it gets an up, and if it's bad, it gets a down.
Okay.
And that he's just really entertaining the entire time. So I just watch him give the summary, and then like based on what he says, if there's something that's interesting, I'll go back and watch. But for the most part, it's like, especially if there's no crowd, I'm not watching it.
Yeah, I can't. I consume through clips. Like I'll read results and be like, "Oh, that sounds interesting," and then. Between what I think the WWE YouTube and now they got the WWE on Fox, between those two, I'll just go back and watch any clips that sound interesting to me. But to your point, there's no crowd. There's no way. I wasn't watching with the crowd every week. I'm definitely not watching now.
Exactly. And then the shit comes on at 5 over here. So it's like, fuck.
You gotta be dedicated to watch that.
I'm in traffic, like I gotta hear it.
That first one though, when the crowds are back.
That's what I've been saying about this whole Corona thing. Like once Corona's over, New York, LA is gonna be a movie. Like it's gonna be, and I think Bobby Shmurda's supposed to get out this year too.
Yeah.
Can't wait.
That's Just tell my mom I love her, and
I'm on the front line.
Fall. Yeah.
I'm on the front line.
It's my time to shine now. I'm gonna do my part now. Economy's down. We gotta save these establishments.
It's gonna be a movie, bro. It's gonna be a movie. So I can't wait. Hopefully we're done in time for sundress weather. And,
amen. Amen.
I'm
over here trying. That's why I'm trying to catch up to Rel over here doing as much.
Man, I just gotta do it, man. I got plans for myself. Man, gotta look at the coming months. The day at a time.
It's just one. That's honestly the only thing you can do. Yeah, that's all you can do. Is just take it one day at a time.
Oh my God.
Really, just no need to forecast.
But yeah, everyone's gonna be losing their mind when stuff opens back up. Like I already know LA gonna be insane. I don't even think about what New York's gonna be.
Yeah.
New York is gonna be madness.
Yeah, people are already like on top of each other and all over the place to New York. That shit is gonna be a zoo, and I'm gonna be right in the middle of it.
Oh my God!
Taking over work, I don't give a fuck.
The whole tribe coming.
I'm about to book one of them $60 flights right now,
bro. So I started booking shit already because you get like the free cancellations or whatever. I'm like, all right, cool. I got a hotel all Memorial Day weekend, just locked up just in case. If I gotta cancel it, I'll push it back. I'm just holding on to shit. Like, all right, cool. This weekend, that's why I watch the news so much. I need updates, beloved. I'm trying to forecast my future.
Yeah, I get my New York updates from Jerome.
Yo, I watch the news so much, it's scary. Like, I know everyone's name on CNN when they appear. I'm like, oh, yeah, that's Dr. Fauci. Oh, yeah, that's Jerome Adams. All right, cool. Yeah, that's Elizabeth Burks. Like, like I know everyone now. Like, Burke said this morning. Now she's saying this on CNN. She said this on MSNBC. She lying. There's a contradiction. Then I go, look on forums and shit. I'm like, yo, what changed from 6 a.m. to noon now? She's saying this. I'll be, like, on it. It's actually kind of scary. Damn.
You're having this whole conversation at home. Like
just by myself. No, that is by myself. By myself. I have an obsession with the streets. I need to know when the hell I can get back outside. Like I don't deny it. I know who I am.
Nah, that's facts, bro. I'm trying to get out of here. I'm trying to go. Have you ever been watching the Cuomo's on CNN and shit like that?
Yeah, I can say clips on YouTube.
Yeah, it's funny as hell.
Yeah.
I try to watch most of it.
Man, we gonna get through this though.
Of course.
Yeah.
We gonna get through it. I mean, that's the only option.
Huh?
That's the only option.
Yeah.
Yeah. Niggas don't want to see me this summer though. It's gonna be a sad sight.
Oh wait, is he by the window too, looking out the window?
Yeah,
looking out the window. Niggas don't want to see me this summer.
I keep catching him like gazing outside the window, just like soon.
Yeah, that's why I'm looking at like, yeah, all right, cool, come on. They don't want to see me this summer. It's gonna be, it's gonna be a sad sight. Yeah,
I'm gonna be on that first flight smoking in New York. Well, I'll give it a week and then. Let that.
I usually don't trust the government, but in this instance, as soon as they tell me it's safe, I'm like, fuck it. Nah, he told me it was safe. Oh my god. Yeah, but
never in my life, bro.
I'll give it a week or two. See, let the first batch people get out there to test dummies.
That's what I'm saying.
See how they hold it down. See how they holding up.
Of course.
Follow weekend. Y'all still just checking. Y'all still good? Hear too many coughs on the other end of the line? Like, all right.
Say less. I'm on my way, bro.
Yeah, facts. Oh my god.
It's been a lot, yeah. But I also thought that, like, because this reminded me of like hip hop back in the day. Because I just remember, if you've ever seen a Hip Hop Evolution, if you have not seen it, go see it. It's fantastic on Netflix. But they were talking about like, how hip hop started, where people had a turntable, they was doing that, but not everyone could afford a turntable. Mm-hmm. Then one blackout happened in New York. And everyone said, niggas started looting, blah, blah, blah. Next thing
everybody got a turntable.
Everyone has a turntable. Thus, hip hop was born. So I was thinking the same shit. Like, there's a whole lot of things. I'm just keep trying to focus on the positive. Like, yeah, there's a lot of people that's like locked up, but there's gonna be a lot of heat coming out too. Like, there's gonna be a lot of people who are locked up and all this other stuff, and they're just gonna have to. Because even when TikTok is crazy, it's like something I don't want to do, but sometimes I'm just fascinated with like the stories that these kids come up with within an hour, within a 1 minute or 30 seconds. So, like, they have an entire story with the graphics and stuff like that. So give them time to just think and, twiddle their thumbs. Oh man. So there's a lot of heat that's going to come out too. A lot of heat.
So should the people be expecting any content from you when this is over?
So with this script I'm working on, the goal is to shoot a pilot episode.
Oh, wow.
So I want to do a pilot episode for Kickstarter, so I could raise the money myself. Raise the money, and so that we could film it ourselves. So that's the content that's coming out. And the group that I'm a part of, Say Less, is the men who are, talking about like just different things. We have one episode we're talking about mourning. We filmed it like around, I think it was around when Kobe died. And we were just talking about like how black men mourn. Those couple episodes are going to be coming out soon. Those episodes are going to be coming out within the quarantine.
Gotcha.
That's because you have a lot of eyes. And I've been doing different little things to put content out there. I had the Cooking with Ketayma, where I was just coming up with stuff, and they all came out terrible. But it was entertaining. That's all that matters. So yeah, I'm definitely, the pilot, it should be coming out by the time we come out. Because I need, it's just studying so much. It's like, I want to make sure it's good. That's all I care about.
Yeah.
Because like, even when the writers was reading it, of course they're going to talk about typos. Of course they're going to talk about grammar and structure. I'm like, yeah, that's cool, and I'm going to work on that, but do you like the story?
Yeah. Because
that's all that matters. Are you invested in the story? So yeah, that's it.
Dope.
Creatives.
Yeah.
That is dope though, man.
Trying to make, so then one day when I'm big and, y'all ask me to be on the podcast one more time, it's like, hit y'all with that, so how much?
You'd be like,
talk to my publicist.
It'd be February, right? I ain't free till September. Nah, just keep pushing them out.
Yeah, I got a 30-minute window.
I'm on my way to the private jet. Y'all can call me then. That's the goal, man. How y'all doing? Yeah, y'all doing all right though?
Yeah.
Just keep working.
That's it. Doubling up on episodes.
Yeah. I see y'all working out here.
Just trying, man.
That's the good thing about it.
Control what you can control.
Yeah, just having more time and more energy to put into the podcast, you know. Because like even like me and Kev were talking about this, we noticed that like we're both like more energetic and more invested in like each individual episode because usually we record like in the middle of the week after work, you know. Yeah. So like sometimes like episode may start a little lethargic and then it'll pick up. It's just waves, you know. Whereas now it's like, all right, cool, I'm home all day. So yeah. I got the energy to give you the best of me for an hour and a half.
Yeah, I haven't talked much today.
Yeah, like I haven't said anything. I haven't seen anybody. So it's like, yeah, I got the energy to give you now.
Yeah.
So that's a positive, and just having like more bonus episodes, more bonus content to put out, and all that stuff. So that's been good, and that's something that definitely needs to stick with us, like after this quarantine. Just like keeping up with the push.
Yeah, and then like even when y'all do that, like your podcast episodes are always timely, as I always say. Like it's always within the topics that are going on at the time. So like me and my homegirl will release a podcast like every other Thursday. But y'all like have like 2 episodes a week, and it's always about what's going on within that week or within that couple of days. So that's good. That's really important.
Yeah. Oh, thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate it. We trying.
Yeah, we trying because
y'all not trying, y'all doing.
That's my first compliment all week.
I'm not trying, y'all doing.
Oh man. Oh.
I appreciate it though, bro.
Facts.
Thanks for coming on.
Thank you for coming on the podcast again, man. Make sure you let everybody know your socials and all that good stuff.
Okay. Well, thanks again for having me. It's always a pleasure to talk to y'all. It's all love. My social is my name, Ketayma, Ketayma. Look me up on Instagram, Twitter. That's my social handles, and that's it. Then you'll see my podcast and everything that's up there.
Gotcha. You got Say Less, pilots coming out, all that stuff.
Say Less, pilots coming out, and my podcast is Yoda Year.
Let's get it. Exactly. All right, brother. Thanks for coming on. As always, people, thank you for the love and the support. Make sure you check out the website, coolingoutpod.com. Again, coolingoutpod.com. This episode will be available everywhere that podcasts are available. Apple Podcasts, Google Play, Stitcher, Spotify, SoundCloud, TuneIn, Acast. Anywhere you listen to the podcast, this is where we are. Full-length episodes are going to be on YouTube. We're going to chop them up into 10-minute increments and have them on IGTV. Am I going to say anything, Kevin?
No, you nailed it.
I never do because I'm a fucking professional. Until next time, this is Cooling Out.
Stay cool.
You cool, I'm cool. You cool, I'm cool. You cool, I'm cool. We coolin' out. You cool, I'm cool. You cool, I'm cool. You cool, I'm cool. We coolin' out.